Yo guys, E from AOC here, back again with another video. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more transfer news, and this one is big. The swap deal, the Mkhitaryan Sanchez swap deal, it is basically nearly complete. Both individuals are out in their respective locations completing their medicals. Mkhitaryan last night was spotted in central London going into his hotel. He is set to have his medical today, and it should be complete today for the deal to be announced tomorrow. Same with Alexis Sanchez, and it's my understanding that this deal will be a straight swap deal, no money involved. But obviously, when the news first broke out, it was meant to be a swap deal with money involved, 30 million going to Arsenal. Then it changed to 20 million, then 15 million, but now it's my understanding that there will be no money involved. It's going to be a straight swap deal, Alexis with Mkhitaryan. And this deal has been stalling for quite a while now, because obviously this deal the Mkhitaryan side of things had to be done in order for Alexis to proceed with his move to United. So it seems like all the paperwork is done. All it needs is just both medicals to be completed, and then the deal should be announced by probably tomorrow, even today really, if the medical is quick. But these things don't happen in a day, like it happens over 2 days or even a couple of days. So it is expected for the deal to be done by tomorrow. Both players, Mkhitaryan and Sanchez, were left out of the Arsenal squad, and Mkhitaryan left out of the United squad. So that obviously meant that the deal is well and truly nearly done. Jose Mourinho came out in an interview, I believe it was yesterday, and basically said that the deal is very nearly done. So now it's just for the medicals to be complete and for it to all be announced, and to see them make their debuts. In terms of Sanchez leaving, I'm very sad. He was like one of my favourite players in that squad, but it was time for him to move. It was evident that he really wanted to move. Like, his head wasn't at Arsenal, his head was clearly somewhere else. His attitude showed, the way he was playing on the pitch, it showed. It's sad, but it's not at the same time, because we are having a guaranteed replacement with Mkhitaryan and also Aubameyang in talks. Mkhitaryan, however, do I think he's going to do good at Arsenal? Yes, he's going to do great at Arsenal. I hope we'll see the side of Mkhitaryan that we saw at Borussia Dortmund when he was just absolutely beasting it, and obviously he came to United, couldn't really, like play as good. He didn't really get as much minutes, and he had like a lot of disagreements with Mourinho. So this would be a good move for him to revive his career. Mkhitaryan was reportedly crying when he was saying his goodbyes to the whole Man United squad. Whereas Sanchez, he looked like he was happy to leave. He was very reluctant to leave, especially with the wages that he's getting as well. He's going to be getting about 500k a week, big money. Same with Mkhitaryan, he's going to be getting about I'm not really sure, like 140 per week. So not too bad in terms of wages. But Sanchez, wow, that's a lot of money. You could argue that he's either going there for trophies or going there for the money. I mean, you can make your judgments there. I'm not really sure what to call it with Sanchez. But now it's time for us fans and the whole club in general. It's just time for us to move on from that. Not think about Sanchez. He's irrelevant to us now. We got our targets, Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang. We have what we need to do this season to make sure that it's an okay season, with obviously the top 4 and the Carabao Cup. Hopefully we'll see Mkhitaryan make his debut in the Carabao Cup semi-final. It'll be a great chance for him to really cement what he's about and show us what he's about. And to be fair, Mkhitaryan, he does have a point to prove, like in terms of his ability, because I mean, as I said, he didn't really do too well at United, didn't really get the chance. But at Arsenal, it is his chance to show us what he's about, show us that he's still the same player 2 years ago when he was at Borussia Dortmund. So it is going to be very interesting to see him at the club. It's going to be very interesting, along with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who I'm not really sure if he's coming. I'll get on to that in a minute. So obviously Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, another player that we are heavily linked with, that is heavily linked with a move to Arsenal. Apparently, we have made an inquiry or a bid of about 50 million euros for the player, and Borussia Dortmund, and which I'm not really sure if they rejected or accepted, but it is my understanding that they are set to reject it because it's like 10 million below their asking price, which I just think is just bang out of order. Like, if you want the player, you pay for his asking price. Literally, especially in January, you can't afford to be penny pinching in January. Like, well, especially how we need this player as well, because if we just dilly-dally about it, they're just gonna end up saying no. We're just not gonna say to him at all. So my take on it, we just literally go for the asking price. 60 million is not that much. It's just a £10 million difference, and we have money in the bank, and also he is worth it. He is worth the 60 million. It's not them ones there where he's not really worth that much. He is worth the 60 million. Go out and pay for him, and we'll get him as soon as possible. That's just my opinion on it. And obviously he was also left out of Borussia Dortmund's squad for their game this weekend. I'm not really sure who they were playing, but he was left out of the squad, which obviously means that something is in the process. It's just time for Arsenal to just put in the right bid and get the man. And another player who was linked with Arsenal, I should say, Malcolm, that looks like that deal is off. Apparently the meetings were held as Arsenal deemed him to be too inexperienced, which I think it's gonna be. I'm kind of scared because I think it's gonna be one of them ones where this is gonna come back to haunt us in about 5 years. This guy becomes some absolute beast with a number of clubs getting his signature, and then we were obviously unsuccessful because he was inexperienced. I mean, I'm not sure. Apparently, Tottenham are now going to be in the running to get Malcolm. Apparently they've made a couple of inquiries there, so I'm not really sure what the future holds for him, but my understanding is that deal is off. We're not getting Malcolm, which to be honest, I was kind of expecting that to happen because I wasn't really hearing too much developments regarding his situation, and especially with all the proceedings with Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan, it would have been a bit unlikely. I felt as if it was unlikely that we'll get all three players, but Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan, I'll take that. Malcolm, we are not getting him, as apparently, according to Arsenal, he is too inexperienced. So yeah, that's everything for now really. Hopefully I'll be back on here in, I don't know, probably tomorrow or even a couple of hours time, confirming deals and such, and with more news and speculation. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to the video. You already know the thing, and have a good day.